Yeah, so recording is started of the session. Now I'm going to share my screen to you. Please do let me know both audio video signals are okay. Yes, it is. That's good. That's good. That's good. Number of attendees only 62. Definitely, this is not something a pleasant figure. Class has started. 20 scholars yet to join. 20 scholars yet to join. Not a good thing overall. Okay, well, so first of all, it will be good to again start with the recap activity. And in the recap activity, so again, I'm actually selecting randomly some number of scholars, and these scholars are allowed with the talking permission. You have to take care if your name is there. And from letter A, I used to find maximum number of scholars in every batch, either from letter A or from letter S. It always happens. Maximum number of scholars. Oh, yeah, I think sufficient because today I'm having comparatively less number of questions than usually I'm having. Usually I used to have approximate 12 questions. Today I'm having some limited questions, approximately some 8 to 10 questions I'm having. Well, so many scholars, they are allowed to unmute. So one by one, we are starting with the question. And while starting with the question, so first thing that I'm going to tell you. Okay, first question that I'm going to ask you. See everyone, there is a class A available. And after the class A, you can see that there are two fill in the blanks available. There is a method available. The name of the method is fun. Return type of the method is void. Curly brace open, curly brace close. Then within the pair of curly braces, you can see that some code is written. Whatever it is, we are not concerned. If I'm talking about the question number 1, then the question number 1 is which keyword is to be used to make sure that only one thread from an object of class A should enter in the method fun. This question, so first answers to Abhijit. Would you love to answer, Abhijit? Abhijit, am I audible to you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so Abhijit, which keyword is to be used to make sure that only one thread from an object of class A should enter in the method fun? No idea?
No idea, sir.
Okay. Well, so forwarded this question to scholar Aniket Rajput.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Aniket. Question number 1.
Sir, volatile.
Volatile. Okay.
Uh,
Volatile.
s-
Then
synchronize.
synchronized. Synchronized is the correct answer. Synchronized is the correct answer. Okay. Now look at the question number 2. Which keyword is to be used to make sure that only one thread from class A should enter in method fun? Only one thread from class A. Last time we were talking about one thread from an object, but this time we are talking about one thread from the entire class. So this question is to Gaurav. Yes, Gaurav Ganguly. Question number 2 for you.
Sir, static synchronized.
Static. Synchronized keyword is already there. Apart from the synchronized keyword, we have to use static keyword also, because once a method is static plus synchronized, then definitely the lock is actually maintained at the class level, not at the object level. So your right answer is going to be static keyword. That's good. Look at the next question. Look at the next part of the code. In the next part of the code, there is a class B that implements runnable. Object of class A is created. There is one method available. Name of method is public void run method. Synchronized block is there. Fill in the blank number 3 it is. In the fill in the blank number 3, what is to be written here to make sure that only one thread from class A should enter in the synchronized block? Only one thread from class A. This question to Vinod. D. Vinod, what should we answer according to you? No reply. Forwarded this question to Arshad Ali.
Yes, sir. So, A dot class, sir. If it
A
is class
dot
level
class,
synchronized.
yes. A dot class is something that we need to write down, because when you are writing A dot class here, then definitely lock will be maintained at the class level instead of object level. Next question is there. Say that wait method is called somewhere for this thread. Then there is a calling of the notify method. Question number 4. The question number 4 is that code okay? You have to answer in the terms of yes or no. If it is yes, then definitely there is no problem. But if the answer is no, then you need to suggest the improvement also. So this question to Neha Jaswal.
1 second, sir.
Yes.
So wait method is called somewhere for this thread.
Any idea?
Should be correct, maybe.
Correct. This code is correct. Okay.
No. Because wait should be there.
No, somewhere the wait method is called. There is no error due to wait method.
Then notify should be correct, because should be notify after the wait method should be there.
Okay. Well, anyone else voluntarily who wanted to answer this question? Anyone voluntarily who wanted to answer this question? One scholar, Sharath, actually wanted to answer this question. So Sharath, you are allowed to talk. Now please, what's your suggestion to improve this code?
Sir, if wait method is called somewhere else, then notify method should also be there only, right?
So you are saying that wait and notify method, they should be available in the pair. Is that?
Yeah. So when we are calling, like when we are waiting here and then calling some other method, so there wait, sorry. So there after wait method, notify method should be there.
Okay, wait and notify should be in the pair kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyone else who wanted to improve this code? I'm having 4 hand raises. So chance this time to Lokesh Gola. Lokesh, you are allowed to talk.
Sir, hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, Lokesh.
Sir, I think wait method should be here and notify method should be in another thread.
Okay. No, I wanted to listen something other than combination of wait and notify. Well, anyone else who wanted to answer? Lot of hand raising is there. Now those who are having different answer than wait notify pair, only they should raise their hand. Only they should raise their hand, those who are having answer other than wait notify pair. Okay. Still hand raises are there. So this time chances to Ashish Tripathi.
Sir, I think notify and wait should be in the synchronized block.
Yes, exactly. This is what the answer I wanted to listen. Always keep in mind, yesterday when I was sharing you the slides, so while sharing you the slides, I told you one thing, that whenever you are actually calling the wait method or the notify method or the notify all method, then calling of such method must be within the synchronized block or within the synchronized method. If you are calling the wait notify method not within the synchronized block, then you are going to get an exception. The name of the exception is called illegal monitor state exception, and illegal monitor state exception is a type of unchecked exception. Illegal monitor state is a type of unchecked exception. This is what answer actually I was expecting from your side. Question number 4 is also done. So this is one improvement that we have to take care. The calling of notify method should be within the synchronized block. Now going to the next part. State true or false for the following statement. Statement number 5. We can throw a checked exception while overriding the run method of runnable interface. The question is that we can actually simply throw the checked exception while overriding the run method of runnable interface. So Amit Das, you have to tell me statement number 5 is true or false?
Sir, false.
False. Can you tell me the reason why?
like we can't throw the checked exception while overriding the run method.
Yes, definitely. Whenever we are overriding a method, then definitely we can throw unchecked exception, but we cannot throw a checked exception if the original method does not throw any. This is the one reason. That's why we cannot do. Then coming to the question number 6. The question number 6 is that we can call run method of the interface directly using object of the implementing class. Listen to the question very, very carefully. We can call run method of interface directly using object of implementing class. You need to tell me answer is true or false. This question is to Mahendra Pratap Singh.
False.
False. We cannot call run method directly. Start
No,
method should
we
be there.
can- Yes, sir.
Yes, it is. Okay. Remove talking permission. Next thing is Rajan Manu Pandey. Rajan, are you agree with the opinion that is given by last caller that we cannot call run method directly? It should be called using the start method. No reply. Sanket Solanki, chance to you. Question number 6. Scholar is saying that we cannot call the run method directly. There should be calling of the start method. No answers. What happened here, scholars? If you are not interested in recap activity, then I can script this. Scholars are not responding. I'm not here to waste my time. Swapnil Dhiman,
Yes, sir.
agree with the opinion that is given by the last caller that we cannot call the run method directly?
Yes, sir. Because sir, if we call the directly method, sir, I think we cannot override it then.
We cannot overwrite it. Okay,
Yes.
Swapnil. Actually, overall, see everybody, you can call the run method directly. There is no problem. But if you are calling the run method directly, then the problem is that actually its execution will not be in the new thread. It will be executed by main thread again. And that is not what we want. So overall, if somebody is asking you that can we call the run method directly, answer is yes. But what is the drawback? The drawback is that execution of the run method will take place by the main thread or by the calling thread. New thread will not be created for the same. And this is not the purpose. That's why you should not do this. But you cannot do this is not a situation. So getting the difference, everyone, please update on chat. What is the mean of calling the run method? Yes, it is. That's good. Then the next question is, we can call the start method more than once for a thread. Question 2, Paras Jamwal.
Yes, sir.
Can we call start method twice for a thread?
Also,
Yes, no, I'm not able to listen. Please repeat.
false.
False. Yes, we cannot call the start method more than once for a thread because actually thread is a disposable item, very much like it is only one time useful. Once you have called the start method, then you are not supposed to call the start method again and again. Next question. Next question. The next question is, the notify method wake up an arbitrarily chosen single thread that is waiting on this object's monitor, but the notify all method wakes up all threads that are waiting on object's monitor. So you have to tell me this statement is true or false. D. Vinod, last chance to you. If you are willing to answer, please update your response. Now this is open question. Those who wanted to answer, they can raise their hand. This is an open question. Those who want to answer, they can raise their hand. Only one scholar is raising the hand. What exactly remaining scholars are doing? Hardly 1 or 2 scholars, 3 scholars, those who are mainly active on chat, only those scholars are raising their hand. Remaining scholars, if you have not done the revision of the thread, then this is not going to be a good news for you because thread is a topic which requires same day repetition. If you are going for next day, then definitely it is not going to work a lot for you. Well, randomly I'm picking a scholar. So this time scholar is Ayush Gupta. Yes, Ayush, what's your opinion?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, if there are many threads are present and all the priority are same, then when we call notify method, then sir, he is calling arbitrary manner or randomly. When we call notify all, then all the threads which are waiting or sleeping, or notify. Yeah,
Okay,
out of.
okay, okay. So overall, the statement is true. Yesterday, we were talking about the same strategy, and in that I told you that, see, if multiple threads are if multiple threads are in the block state, or multiple threads are actually have called the wait method on the same object, then arbitrarily anyone will be chosen, and from the arbitrary chosen objects, anyone will be wake up. If you wanted to wake up all the threads that are actually in the waiting state, then definitely you need to talk about the notify all method. So these are the strategies that actually you have to take care. So that's all for the U activity. The U activity is done. Now we are going to proceed for the next task. The next task is all about the content, definitely. So see, yesterday, when I was talking to you about the threads, when actually we are talking about the threads. So while at the time of talking about the threads, we had discussion about callable interface. Apart from the callable interface, the discussion was all about the runnable interface. Runnable interface, we come across that you cannot return any result from the public void run method. But if you wanted to return any result, then you have to implement the callable interface, such that in the callable interface, there is only one method available, that is call method. Second difference that I told you, that run method cannot throw any type of exception. But on the other hand, if I'm talking about the get method, if I'm talking about the call method, then definitely the call method is used to throw two types of exception that are actually mainly checked exception. Apart from this, we had discussion about the future interface also. When we were talking about the future interface, so I told you that the future interface is used to take the result from the thread. And normally it is used when you are implementing the callable interface. Apart from this, inter-thread communication was there. In the inter-thread communication, we were talking about the wait method. We were talking about the notify method, notify all method. There one more thing that I told you, wait, notify, and notify all. All these methods are belongs to object class. Because all these methods belong to object class, so definitely they are available to all the classes. Then, while doing the inter-thread communication, we were talking about definitely wait notify. Before this, I took discussion about the thread priority also, volatile keyword also. Volatile keyword is used to prevent the caching. This is one more example we have taken. When I was talking to you about the thread priority, so I told you that thread priority is something that is effective at the level of JVM only, because ultimate decision of scheduling is to be taken by the operating system, and operating system is having a lot of parameters, and due to these lot of parameters, may be possible that your low priority thread can get more time than a high priority thread. So overall, the mantra is that relying on the priority is not a good decision. Chances are there that you may not be able to get enough amount of time for a high priority thread. This is what overall discussion we have done yesterday. Today, I'm going to talk about one situation that is called actually deadlock situation. And after having discussion about the deadlock situation, then we will talk about the topic of today. The topic of today is all about java.io package. So what exactly we are going to discuss here? What exactly we are going to discuss here? Just try to understand one by one. I'm going to tell you. Point number one, today we will discuss about the deadlock situation. What is the mean of deadlock and how exactly it happens? Then we will talk about the file operations in Java programming. In the file operation, I will tell you that how to exactly read the content from the file, how to write the content in a file. Initially, we will talk about a primitive method. Then we will talk about the advanced way of reading and writing the file, or comparatively efficient way. Then we will discuss about some of the miscellaneous classes. The file operation the complete content of the file operation is of 3 days. Today it is day number 1. In the day number 1, we will talk about the initial terms about the file operation. Tomorrow we will have discussion about the serialization topic, and thereafter the next day, that is actually going to be take place on Tuesday, then we will discuss about the concept of actually java.neo.files package. And one thing, tomorrow you are having your regular class, because actually normally we are lagging by 1 day. Not we are lagging by 1 day, but the curriculum is already designed with 17 working days in the mind. Meanwhile, I am having one doubt on the chat. The doubt on the chat is that in thread pool is still confused with mechanism of submit. It is getting 3 threads. We get output for every object. So how this thread is exactly working there? Just a minute. I'm actually once pasting the route here. Copied the route, and I have pasted the route here. The doubt exactly here is that in thread pool, I still confused with the mechanism of submit. It is getting 3 threads. We get output for every object. So how the threads are exactly working there? So let me come back to STS, and we are available on the STS. This is the example. One by one, I'm going to explain you. If I'm writing this code, executor service ES equal to executors dot new fixed thread pool. So in this condition, can I say that total I have created 3 threads? Yes or no? Just move one by one. Here, can I say that I have created 3 threads? Yes, it is. Okay. Then going to the next part. In the next part, I'm talking about creating a task, or I'm talking about defining a task. So you can see here that here actually I have defined a task. In the task, I'm doing nothing special, just printing the name of the thread. Just printing the name of the thread. Okay. So I'm having thread pool. Apart from that, I'm having job also. But what exactly the problem is? The problem is that so far the job is not submitted to the thread pool. Is that okay? Thread pool is there, job is there, but so far there is no submission of job or no submission of task to the thread pool. This is the problem. So if you wanted to submit a task to the thread pool, then for this thing you need to use the submit method. So let's say if I am writing that es dot submit r. So can I say that to the thread pool I have submitted only one job? Yes or no? Update on chat, please. Yes, it is. I have submitted only one job. Now see, there are multiple options available. Like I create 10 different job. If I'm talking about the 10 different job, then definitely I need to write down the definition of runnable interface for the 10 times. What can be the second choice? If I'm talking about the same task, then definitely I can submit the same task to the thread pool for 10 times, because it may be possible if I wanted to perform one task for the multiple time, then why should I write it again? Better to submit the same task again to the thread pool. So because I wanted to submit the same task to the thread pool for the 10 times, so to submit that same task to the thread pool for the 10 times, we are using this code. Is that clear? Same task is submitted to the thread pool for the 10 times, means actually 3 threads are going to perform the same task for 10 times. Is that point okay? Yes, it is. Okay. Now what is the case? Because 3 threads are there and task is submitted for the 3 times. So out of the 3 threads, whatever thread is free, it will be taken. Task is assigned. Now that thread is performing the task. Second thread is taken, another task is assigned, or same task is assigned for second time, it is executing. Third thread is taken, task is assigned, start execution. Let's say thread 1 has completed the execution, now it is free. If it is free, then reuse the same thread again, assign the same tasks to thread number 1 for the 4th time. Now is it clear how this is working internally? The scholar who asked this question, now is it clear that how exactly this is working? You can see that there is thread 1, there is thread 2, and there is thread number 3. I have given the random names. Thread 1, thread 2, thread 3, they are available here. So if I'm talking about the T1, so while talking about the T1, what exactly I have done? I'm saying that initially it is performing task number 1. T2, it is performing task number 2. T3, it is performing task number 3. So can I say that task number 4 to task number 10, they are still in the waiting state? Yes or no? As of now, can I say that from task number 1 to 4 to task number 10, they are still waiting? Is that clear? Yes, it is. So what will happen? Let's say that T1 has completed the execution. Let's say that T1 completes task 1. If the T1 actually completes task 1, so what is the advantage here? Because this is the concept of thread pool. So in the concept of thread pool, you know that thread is a reusable component. Once the task is completed, then thread is not going to die. It will actually come back to the thread pool. So right now, if the task 1 is complete, so can I say one thing, that right now one thread is free? Yes or no? Yes, it is. Okay, one thread is free. So definitely the next task, that is the task number 4. Can we assign the task number 4 here? Yes or no? The same thing is going to be repeated for task number 5, task number 6. So overall, 3 threads are there who are responsible to perform the 10 tasks. And what order they will do, we cannot guarantee. They will do 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 1. We cannot guarantee. It is completely depend on the thread scheduler, how exactly things will go on. A scholar is writing, so 3 threads are randomly work or in order, because I solve even odd question given in assignment. So it is coming in order without any wait or join method. See, this thing is something we cannot guarantee that which thread is going to be executed, which thread is going to be not executed. Because yesterday when I took this example, so in this example, when I was running this code, so you can see that initially thread 3, thread 2, thread 1, then 3, then 1, then 2, then 3, 2, 1, 3. If I'm running the same example for multiple times, so definitely output can be different there. So overall, the point is that once if you are getting the correct output, so we cannot guarantee that your output will be correct always. But if you have used the wait notify method, then definitely it will be good. Rest, I have to see the question, what exactly the question is saying, because I don't remember to what question you are talking. Yes. Well, any more doubt? Yes, you can send code, but it may be possible that I cannot look into this inside the class because you are having IA stand-ups for the same. I can assist IA if he is raising the doubt, but immediately may be possible that I cannot answer this question because class time is more precious. You can share the code on chat, no problem. Next point. Okay, so fixed thread pool is done. So shall we take one example in which we are going to talk about the, shall we use one example in which I will show you that how exactly the deadlock situation takes place. So let me talk about the once I'm saving the code. Once I'm saving the code, I will look into this, then we will talk about the same later on. Okay. See, so I'm talking about the next topic. The next topic is all about deadlock. And deadlock is actually nothing but a situation when wait and notify is called in incorrect order, or may be possible that your program is getting stuck. How your program is exactly getting stuck? So see, there is one simple analogy available. One girl is there, such that the girl wanted to actually prepare omelette for the breakfast. And you can see that if she wanted to cook for the omelette, then one thing that she needs is the olive oil. Apart from that, one more thing is required, that is a pot, that is called pan or utensil. Now, what is the situation? Another one is also there. There is one boy available. The boy actually wanted to make the pancake, and to make the pancake, again, he is required the same 2 resources. First resource, that is called olive oil, and second resource, that is called pan. Now, what is the situation? For example, let's say the first girl, the name of the girl is Amy. Amy has captured olive oil. She is having the resource olive oil, but only with the olive oil, practically she cannot do anything. So definitely she is waiting for the utensil, that is pan. If I'm talking about the boy, the name of the boy is Adam. Adam is having the pan, but he is waiting for the olive oil. Now the situation is that both are not able to proceed because they are not having sufficient resources. The second situation is that both are not ready to release their resources. So because they are not ready to release their resources, as well as they are not having sufficient number of resources, so can I say this is a situation where exactly no progress will be there, but resources are occupied, and this is what exactly called deadlock. Is that clear? The situation is exactly referred as deadlock. So what is the exact mean of deadlock? Exact mean of deadlock is actually the resources are occupied, but practically there is no progress, and the situation is going to last forever. Mind my words, the situation is going to last forever. Resources are occupied, no progress is there, and the same situation is going to last forever. This is what exactly called the situation of deadlock. Is that clear? Yes or no? Please update on chat. Yes, it is. Similar to that, if I'm talking about the practical example of deadlock, then we have already seen that if we are talking about disposal of the nuclear weapon, then definitely in case of the disposal of the nuclear weapon, every country is saying, pehle aap, pehle aap, pehle aap. Nobody is going to start, and the situation is again turning into a deadlock. Is that clear? Yes, it is, because nobody wanted to initiate, nobody wanted to release the resource, everybody wants the source of some another. So again, this is a situation of deadlock. Deadlock is a kind of permanent blocking. Deadlock is a kind of permanent blocking. And apart from the deadlock, there is one more term available. The term is actually called starvation. The literal meaning of starvation, you know it very well, that to die from the hunger. But the next point about the starvation is, starvation means actually a very long waiting. Starvation actually refer to a very long waiting. But starvation is not deadlock. Why? Because in the starvation, after a very long waiting, there are chances that you will make some progress. But on the other hand, if I'm talking about deadlock, then in the deadlock, there is no chance that you will make progress, because deadlock is going to be a kind of permanent state. So difference between deadlock and starvation, is that clear? Yes, it is. Perfect. So let me take an example with the help of implementation, that how exactly deadlock situation can be there. Take a look at the screen. In the screen, you can see that I'm talking about the two resources. The two resources are actually printer and DVD writer. Two objects are there. The name of the two objects are C1 and C2, such that C1 and C2, they wanted to use the DVD writer as well as the printer. So point number one, if I'm talking about the printer, then definitely printer is not a shareable resource. Means only one thread can use the printer at a time. Similar to that, if I'm talking about, let's say, DVD writer, so DVD writer is again not a shareable resource. Only one thread is going to use that DVD writer at a time. Point is clear, everyone? Why they are not shareable? It is a common sense based thing. Yes, it is. So now assume a situation. Let's say thread 1 has occupied the printer and it is waiting for the DVD writer. Thread 2, he has occupied the DVD writer but waiting for the printer, such that both are not ready to release their resource. So can we say that the threads are stuck into deadlock? Yes or no? Update on chat, everyone. Clear? Thread 1 is occupying the printer, demanded DVD writer. Thread 2 occupied the DVD writer, demanded printer. Both are having one resource, waiting for another resource. They are not ready to release their resource. So overall, the situation is that it's going to be a deadlock situation. Resources are occupied, no progress, and definitely the situation is kind of permanent situation. The situation is kind of permanent exception, permanent situation. Whenever we are talking about deadlocks, so in the deadlock, normally we used to talk about the four situations that are supposed to happen collectively. The first situation is called hold and wait. Second situation is actually called mutual exclusion. Third situation is there, that is called no preemption. And fourth situation is also there, that is called actually circular wait. These are the four things that actually wanted to take place at the same time. If all the four conditions hold true, then only deadlock will be there. If any of the condition is false, then deadlock will not be there. So let us compare the situation one by one. What I was telling you, thread 1 holding the printer, waiting for DVD writer. Thread 2 holding the DVD writer, waiting for the printer. So can I say this is a situation of hold and wait? One resource is holding, and for second resource they are waiting. Yes or no? Yes, it is. Second thing is called mutual exclusion. What is the mean of mutual exclusion? If one thread is using the printer, then the other thread is not allowed to. If the one thread is, sorry. One scholar is saying, I'm not able to see the chat message. Definitely it was my mistake. Yeah, now message is visible to everyone. First answer this question. Okay. Okay, stop. Now, first thing. So I was telling you that thread 1 is holding the printer, waiting for the DVD writer. Thread 2 is holding the DVD writer and waiting for the thread. So can we say this is a situation of hold and wait? Yes or no? Yes, it is. That's good. Second thing, mutual exclusion. What is the meaning of mutual exclusion? If thread 1 is using the printer, then thread 2 is not allowed to use the printer at the same time. Similar to that, if thread 2 is using the DVD writer, then thread 1 is not allowed to use the DVD writer at the same time. This is called mutual exclusion. So can we say that mutual exclusion is also there? Yes, it is. That's good. I'm saying first thing, 4 situations I told you. Some of the scholars are demanding the repetition. 4 situations I told you that they must meet whenever we are talking about deadlock condition. The first thing is actually called the hold and wait. What is the mean of hold and wait? Definitely, if I'm talking about the process P1, then the process P1 is actually having the printer. If I'm talking about the process P1, then definitely the process P1 is actually having the printer, but process P1 is actually waiting for DVD writer. Similar to that, P2, if I'm talking about the P2, then P2 is actually having the DVD writer, but if I'm talking about P2, it is waiting for printer. So definitely this is a situation of hold and wait. First point clear, everyone? Yes, it is. Second thing, mutual exclusion. See, mutual exclusion takes place when the resources are actually not shareable. So definitely if P1 is actually using printer, what exactly I'm saying, when P1 is using printer, then definitely P2 is having no choice. It actually has to wait. Similar to that, if I'm talking about the P2, let's say that P2 is having the DVD writer. If P2 is having the DVD writer or P2 is using the DVD writer, then P1 have to wait. This is what actually situation is called mutual exclusion, and mutual exclusion actually takes place when the resources are not shareable. Second situation is also clear. Please update on chat. Limited responses I am getting. I don't think that this is the rocket science. Simple one it is. Clear. Third thing, no preemption. No preemption means no one can snatch the resource forcefully. No one can snatch the resource forcefully. What is the meaning of no one can snatch the resource forcefully? P1 is actually having the printer. It is waiting for DVD writer. Forcefully, it cannot take DVD writer from process P2. Process P2 will release the DVD writer voluntarily, then only P1 will be able to use the same. This is actually called no preemption. So definitely if there is no preemption mechanism, then only deadlock is possible. Otherwise, by doing the fighting, they will take the required resource and complete their execution. So no deadlock will be there. So can I say that no preemption is a compulsory demand for deadlock? Yes or no? That's good. That's good. That's good. No fighting is allowed. It should be graceful. Overall, the point is that. 4-point circular weight. So definitely circular weight is also visible. What exactly P1 is having? Sir, P1 is having printer. What it is waiting for? Sir, it is waiting for the DVD writer. If I'm talking about P2, then definitely P2 is having what? P2 is having the DVD writer. What exactly P2 is having? So we used to say that P2 is having the DVD writer. What exactly it is waiting for? So we used to say that it is actually waiting for printer. So definitely this is a situation of circular weight also. Yes or no? So whenever we are talking about deadlock, all the 4 conditions must hold at the same time, then only deadlock will be there. If any of the condition is false, then it can be starvation, but it cannot be deadlock. Clear, everybody? 4 conditions. Yes, it is. So shall we write down one example? With the help of the example, we will try to understand. Condition 1 to condition 4, they are same. Not exactly same, but we can say that they are actually interdependent. They are strongly interrelated, Shubham, but we cannot say that the conditions are same. Same is a different thing. Like no preemption and shareable resource. This can reside together. If there is mechanism of no preemption, but shareable resource is there, so no preemption also hold, but mutual exclusion does not hold in this condition. So these are the 2 things. Okay. So I'm going to write down an example, and my example is slightly different from what you are having in your notes. So one example is already available in your notes. Second one I am already writing. So focus there. Yes, all the 4 conditions one scholar is writing. All 4 conditions should occur for deadlock. Answer is 100% yes. Answer is 100% yes. All the 4 conditions should be true at the same time. then only deadlock is possible. If either of the condition is false, then it will be starvation, but it cannot be deadlock. Clear, everyone? All the 4 conditions must be true at the same time. These are required for the deadlock. So let me come back, and now I'm going to write down one example of the deadlock. So there is a class available. Name of the class that I'm writing is, let's say it is deadlock demo. Into the deadlock demo class. So first of all, let's say there is a class I am writing. Name of class that exactly I am writing is common. Into this class, I am writing one variable, static boolean is printer available. So initially printer is available, so better to assign the value true. Similar to that, initially DVD writer is also available, so better to assign the value true. First variable is printer available shows the availability status of the printer. Second variable is DVD writer available. It shows the availability status of the DVD writer. Simple they are. What can be the possible operation? The one of the possible operation is synchronized void. The operation can be occupy printer. The operation can be occupy printer, and here actually I'm writing one parameter also. Similar to that, there will be one more operation, and if I'm talking about the name of the operation, then the name of the operation is going to be occupy DVD writer. So 2 methods are there. One method that is to occupy the printer, and another method is there that is to occupy the DVD writer. I will write down body of these methods shortly, but before this, it will be good to create 2 threads. It will be good to create 2 threads. So first thread name, I'm writing class name run1, and here actually I'm writing here implements runnable. Then first we are writing common C1. Next thing we are writing common C2. Then I wanted to generate constructor using the field and generating the constructor here. Okay. Thereafter, definitely I need to override the definition of public void run method. And while overriding the definition of public void run method, I'm saying that from the C1, I'm saying that please occupy the printer. And for the C2, I'm saying that please occupy the DVD writer. For the C2, I'm writing please occupy the DVD writer. So just one by one. Class run1 implements runnable interface. Step number 1. Definition of public void run is there. Yes. Step number 2. So can I say that object of thread class in which I'm passing the object of run1 method, run1 class. Definitely it will refer to a new thread. Okay, well, wait, if you are getting confused. Similar to that, one more class I am creating. The name of the class I am writing run2. Name of the class is run2. Constructor I have written. Here I am just changing the order. The order I am changing is that with the C2, I am asking that occupy the DVD writer. Then we are asking C1 that please occupy the printer. So listen to me very, very carefully. If you look at very carefully, if the 2 threads are running simultaneously, then can I say here C1 is going to occupy the printer? Yes or no? The second thread is going to occupy the DVD writer? Yes or no? So chances of deadlock is there if code is not implemented properly. Yes, it is. That's good. I will write down the definitions soon, and I will show you the deadlock situation also. So first of all, I am into the deadlock demo, writing the main method. While writing the main method, so first of all, definitely I need to create object of class common. So I am writing common C1 equal to new common, first one, common C2 equal to new common. Okay. One scholar is asking what is occupied. Just a minute. Again, I am coming back. Thereafter, I'm creating the object of class run1. So while creating the object of class run1, I'm writing first implementation. Similar to that, I'm writing second implementation. 2 implementations are run. Now I need to create object of thread class. Oh, minor mistake I have done. C1, C2. Both parameters I need to pass here also. Okay. Then I'm writing here thread T1 equal to explain run method. It is predefined. New thread, wait. Thread T1 equal to new thread. I'm passing here R1. Okay, well. Thread T2 equal to new thread passing here R2. Okay, everyone. If I'm writing T1 dot start, when I'm writing T1 dot start, so can I say that run method that is defined inside the run1 class, it will be executed by a separate thread? Yes or no? Repeating my statement, when I'm writing T1 dot start, then definitely new thread will be started and the new thread will execute the run method that is defined in the run1 class. Is that clear? Hurry up, update on chat. Yes, that's great. That's great. Similar to that, let's say that if I am writing T2 dot start, when I'm writing T2 dot start, then it is very easy to remember when you are writing T2 dot start. So new thread will be started and the new thread will start execution of run method that is written inside the class run2. Is that clear? Yes, it is. So can I say that if I'm talking about the thread one, when T1 dot start is called, execution pointer will be here. So can I say that printer will be occupied by thread one? Yes or no? Yes, it is. For the T2 dot start, can I say that DVD writer will be occupied by thread 2? Yes or no? Yes, it is. Till that discussion, if the things are clear to you, so you are reaching toward a deadlock situation. Yes, you are reaching toward a deadlock situation. And definitely main method is supposed to be finished at the last. So we are writing here T1 dot join. Similar to that, we are writing here T2 dot join. After writing T1 dot join, T2 dot join, then there is a catch method available. After catch method, then we are writing here interrupted exception EX. And finally, just to make sure that main thread is finishing at the last, I am printing the message. Into the message, I am writing bye bye main. I'm writing here bye bye main. So main method, run1 class and run2 class both are written. Now it's time that we should talk about the body of occupy printer method. But before this, if I'm performing the execution, so far there is no deadlock. Yes or no? Yes, because main method is printed. One scholar is writing, it may be possible that T1 occupy both DVD and printer can be there. I'm not saying that the deadlock situation is certain. We are never saying that deadlock is a certain situation. Deadlock can be there, deadlock cannot be there, but if all the four conditions are meeting at a point of execution, then definitely deadlock will be there. It is depending on the order of execution. Perfect. But here actually I will set the code, so it will dive into the deadlock condition. I will set the code like this. First of all, okay, so first thing, check if printer is available or not. First of all, check if printer is available or not. So if is printer available is equivalent to false. In this condition, can we say that printer is not available? Yes or no? And if printer is not available, so can we say better to wait? Yes or no? Yes, it is. So try block is there. Better to call the wait method. And definitely wait method is called within the try catch block. So the type of exception that can be generated here is going to be the interrupted exception. And because we are calling the method within the synchronized block, so definitely there is no problem in the synchronized method we are calling. Okay. Can I say that you are here? Means actually printer is available? Yes or no? Yes, it is. If printer is available for you, so let's say that use printer for 1000 milliseconds. If you wanted to use printer for 1000 milliseconds, so see, right now practically we do not have printer, practically we do not have DVD writer, but what exactly we can do, we can make the thread sleep for 1000 milliseconds, and when the thread is actually waiting for the 1000 milliseconds, so I am saying that say this time it is actually using the printer. Is that clear? Why actually I am using the sleep method? Yes or no? 1000 millisecond sleeping means for this 1000 milliseconds, it is actually using the printer. Catch is there. After the catch, definitely I am writing here that is the name of the exception is going to be interrupted exception. Okay. If printer is available, so better to put the message also. system.out.println. So better to write down that printer is occupied by thread dot current thread dot get name. This message will be good so that we can come to know whether the printer is occupied or not. Yes, it is. Okay. So right now the thread is saying that, okay, printer is already with me. If I have done with the printer, then definitely I have to make the printer available, and to make the printer available, if printer available is set it to true. This line is also clear. Once the printer is used, then definitely we have to make it free. So first of all, it is better to set the is printer available to true. Now see what exactly mistake is that, or what can be the possible situation. If I'm calling the notify method here, then definitely the thread that is waiting for the printer, it will be notified. Yes or no? Yes, it is. But sometimes programmers are making the problem. What exactly the problem the programmer can make? The problem he can make is, let's say that he is writing c2.dvd writer this. So in this condition, can I say is printer available is true? But practically before sending the notification, it is demanding the DVD writer. Yes or no? Practically before giving the notification, it is actually demanding the DVD writer. Again, see the situation. Just go by the code one by one. Check if printer is available. If printer is not available, then please wait. Let's say if the printer is available, so we are assuming that we are going to use the printer for 1000 milliseconds or 1 second. After using the printer for the 1 second, is printer available? Set it true because printer is used. But the problem is that before notifying the other thread about the availability of the printer, can you see that first it is demanding the DVD writer? Concept is clear. Variable is setted, that is printer available is true. But if some thread is waiting, then definitely changing the variable is not a good solution. We have to send the notification. The issue is that before sending the notification, we are demanding the DVD writer. So when your code is actually demanding the DVD writer, so practically the printer is supposed to feel like occupied by thread 1 because no notification is sent. Yes or no? Yes, it is. Okay. Same thing is going to take place when I was talking about the DVD writer. So again, see, if I wanted to check the, if I wanted to occupy the DVD writer, so don't you think that first it is good to check whether the DVD writer is available or not? So see, again, we are writing here, if DVD writer available, check if DVD writer is available or not. So is DVD writer available? So if it is false, then definitely we can say that the DVD writer is not available. So better to wait. If the DVD writer is available, then definitely better to print the message and use it for 1000 milliseconds. Same situation. Same situation. You are here means we can say one thing, that DVD writer is available. So definitely we have to use the DVD writer for 1000 milliseconds. So we can say that DVD writer is occupied by thread.current thread, something name thread.sleep. This is the time when actually DVD writer is again in the use. Once they have done with the DVD writer, then definitely again, isn't it better to set the DVD writer availability to true? Yes or no? Yes, it is. And let's say that for the object C1, again, it is calling about occupy the printer and it is passing this keyword here, and thereafter it is sending the notification. Is that okay? Again, the same problem. DVD writer is available, yes, but no notification is sent, so other thread will not wake up. Other threads are not wake up, and parallelly you are talking about the printer. Parallelly, you are talking about the printer. So let me try to run this code. When I'm running this code, so you can see that this red button is still enabled. So circle, circle, circle is there. So can I say that the program is in execution? Yes or no? Yes, it is. Is that program making any progress? No. Now you can leave this program as it is even for the one day. It is not going to make any progress because the program actually stuck in deadlock. Getting my point? Yes, it is. So overall, can we say that deadlock situation is mainly generated when inter-thread communication is not maintained properly? Yes or no? Yes, it is. One scholar is asking, what if we remove synchronize from the method? If you remove synchronize from the method, then can you call wait and notify method? So how will you maintain the inter-thread communication if there is no wait and notify method? And if two threads can enter into the occupied DVD writer at the same time, so do you think that it is mutual exclusion? If two threads can access the DVD writer at the same time, then definitely it is not the case of mutual exclusion. And this is not a proper use because DVD writer is not a shareable resource. So everyone, I hope with this example, what can be the possible cause of deadlock? The situation is clear to you. Yes or no? Yes, it is. And if I'm talking about what we can do to avoid the deadlock, or what exactly we can do in the terms of removing the deadlock. So practically, once your process is in the deadlock, so there is practically almost no solution. The only solution is you should restart the process, and then you should actually pray to God that there should be no deadlock. Getting my point? The only thing is that write code carefully, but if let's say that for a particular case it is stuck into the deadlock, then practically there is no solution available. Have you listened about one word? The name of the word is actually called ostrich. Have you listened about that word? It's mainly found in Australia, and it is having a nature that whenever there is a storm of sand, because in Australia a lot of area is of desert, it is found in that area. And if there is any situation of storm, so what actually it is saying, that close your eyes, put your head inside a dig, and assume that there is no problem in this world. So this is actually called ostrich algorithm. So there is for the deadlock, again same thing. As a programmer, we should pray to God that there should be no deadlock. And if you are asking that is there any solution, so practically the answer is no. Clear everyone? Overall, the thing is that yes, it's all about write your code very carefully. It's all about write your code very carefully. This is the only thing that we have to take care. So deadlock is also done. This example will be provided to you. So threads are completed practically, officially. If you wanted to ask anything in the thread, then please write on the chat. If you wanted to write anything, ask anything about the threads, please write on the chat. One scholar is asking, Sharath, we can write notify before occupy in one thread, it will work fine. Yes, chances are there that it will work, no problem. Yeah, because only the problem, see, actually, Sharath, I wanted to depict what is the deadlock situation. So I need to set this code accordingly. If I wanted to avoid the deadlock, then definitely notification should be sent first. Okay, shall I proceed for further discussion? Yes, it is. That's great. That's great. That's great. So for the further discussion, first of all, enjoy a short break. See you at 12:35. After 12:35, I will release a poll to you. This is required. And then we will go for file operations in Java programming. Meanwhile, this code is already open for you. You can go through this. Yeah, recording is again in progress. So practically, now we are talking about the content of day number 6 is already done. So we have to talk about the content of day number 7 and day number 8. Actually, for the day number 7 and 8, I have to take the PPT because actually there was minor correction. So due to the correction, actually, I did the minor changes to day 7 PPT. Download, it's downloaded, and yeah, share, opened. Oh, not supposed to open here. Control J, show in folder, and yeah, day 7 content is opened. Day 6 we have done. Control H. See, the main topic that we are having today is all about Java IO stream, byte oriented, character oriented, and the file class. Java.io. IO stands for input output. IO actually stands for input output, so it is very easy to understand. Let's say this time we are talking about file related operations. If I'm talking about java.io package, then in the java.io package itself, a huge number of classes are already available. Among the available huge number of classes, we are going to discuss only few classes. The first class that we are going to discuss is going to be the file class. Now, what is there in the file class? You can see the file class belong to java.io package. It is actually used to get the properties of file, not for reading writing operation. It is used to get the properties of the file, but it is not useful for the reading writing operation. If we are talking about the constructors, then you can say that one constructor is available that is actually taking file path or file name as a parameter. Second constructor is available where you can define the parent also as well as child also. Parent means containing folder and child means actually the file name. Third constructor is also available where parent can be defined in the terms of file object. Apart from that, child is also there. Apart from that, child is also there. So let me take an example, and for the sake of taking an example, so I am already available here. Many files are there. I am closing the files so that we can slightly make it lightweight. Now, for the file operation related things, hello, yeah, src folder. I'm going to create one more folder. The name of the folder I'm writing package. I'm going to create name of package com dot masai school dot, we can call it this is week number 2, so file op, or you can say that io package is what I am writing. Io package is what I am writing. Finish. See, initially in the same package I'm going to create a class. Name of the class I am writing is file class io demo. Name of the class I am writing is file class io demo. In the file class io demo, public static void main string args square bracket is there. Now let me talk about the methods one by one. First of all, you can see that when I'm referring to the file class, immediately import statement is written. So file class belongs to java.io package. Is that clear, everyone? Yes or no? Yes, it is. Here, let's say I am talking about one file. The name of the file that I'm writing is a.txt. The name of the file is a.txt. Now see, I'm talking about file a.txt, and here I'm writing a simple thing, system.out.println is a.txt exist. I just wanted to check whether there exists any file whose name is a.txt. So how to check this thing? You can see that there is a method available. The name of the method is exist method. And you can see that if I'm talking about the exist method, it is returning you the result in the terms of Boolean value. Means if the file exists, then answer will be true. If the file doesn't exist, then answer will be false. Clear, everyone? What is the return type of exist method is and what exactly this is showing us? Okay. Deadlock example is still running. Yes, it is stopping. Okay. So right now, what exactly I am writing here? I am writing that is file one dot exist and saving this Alt Shift X J. So right now it is actually telling is file a.txt exist? Answer is false. So first thing is clear, everybody, that how using the file class you can check whether a file exists or not. Please update on chat. Exist is not a static method. One scholar is writing exist is a static method. No, I am calling it using the object name. It is not a static method because it is checking for a single file. So how it can be static? Okay. Well, meanwhile, one thing, some scholars are actually saying that voice signal is lacking. So I am asking you, voice signal is properly okay? Is voice signal proper? Okay. Yes. No problem. Hardly one scholar is facing the issue. If anyone is facing the issue, then you can try to rejoin. Sometime it actually help. Now, Let's say that I wanted to create file a.txt. See everyone, now we are working in the STS. When we are working in the STS, so if you wanted to apply the file operation, then definitely file has to be placed in the root folder of the project. Mind my words again. Where is your file located? You will say that, sir, if I'm talking about my file class IO demo, then the file class IO demo is already available into the folder that is com.masai.io package. But if you wanted to apply the file operation, please do not create your file inside the package. You are supposed to create your file always directly within the root folder of the project. So what exactly I am doing? I am doing a right click here, new. I wanted to create a simple file. Name of the file here I am writing is a.txt, and into the a.txt I am writing that this is a simple message from Masai school. So right now, can you see that file a.txt is directly available in the root folder of your project? Yes or no? Please update on chat. Your file is directly available in the root folder of the project. Content of the file is, this is a simple message from Masai school. Content of the file is, this is a simple message from Masai school. Now again, same program, I'm doing right click, run as Java application. So can you see output is changed? Earlier it was saying that file a.txt doesn't exist, but right now it is returning true. So overall, the statement that I told you, that put the file in the root folder of the project, because it will read actually the path from there. Clear everyone? Yes or no? Yes, it is. That's great. That's great. That's great. It always checks with reference to root folder of your project, not your package. Okay. So one thing is done. File is already created. Sir, can we lot of file in constructor? Rewrite your comment. Rewrite your comment. It's missing. Some word is missing. Okay. So first thing, how to actually check whether a file exists or not. This thing is done already. Okay. Let me come to the next method. The next methods are available, like you can say that there is a method available that is create new file method. So let us try this also. I am writing here file. Thereafter, I am writing the name of the object that is called file2 equal to new. Again, I am writing file. And here I am talking about the file. The name of the file I am writing is b.txt. And this time I am again asking, is b.txt file exist? And this time we are writing here file2.exist. So definitely, can we expect that the answer is false? Output is expected, yes or no? Output is the expected one. Yes, that's good. Now the thing is that, okay, sir, now I am clear that yes, file is not there. One scholar is asking the route, can we pass two files at a time? So simple answer is no, because one file object is used to represent a single file. So you cannot pass two files, or practically we can say one file object cannot point to two files simultaneously, not allowed. Remaining, how to pass the parent path, how to pass the file name, that I'm going to cover shortly. Please wait. Next thing, file2 equal to new file b.txt. Is b.txt exist? So right now, actually, I am getting the answer no. So see what exactly the situation I am writing. Next time I am writing that if the value of, or if the result that is written by file2.exist is false. So definitely, can I say that you are here means file b.txt is not there? Yes or no? Yes, it is. So if you wanted to create a new file, then definitely there is directly option available to you that you can call create new file method. Once create new file method is called, then you can see there is an exception available. The exception is called IO exception. Because the compiler is directly raising the error, so can I say that IO exception is a checked exception? Yes or no? Because compiler is raising the concern, so definitely it is checked exception. Now there are two options available, either perform the calling within the try catch, or there is next option available that you should use, throws IO exception. This is the next option that is available to us, throws IO exception. So I have written throws IO exception. Now you can see that initially actually file doesn't exist. Now if I'm talking about is file b.txt exist after creation, Alt Shift X J. Please take a look at the output. Third output is true. So can we say using create new file, we are able to create a new file in the system? Yes or no? Yes, it is. I am clicking here, right click, then there is an option available to refresh. Shortkey is F5. Clicking on refresh, can you see file b.txt is created automatically? Yes or no? Yes, it is. So in Java programming, if you wanted to create a file, then into the file class, there is a method available. The name of the method is create new file method. If you wanted to check the existence of a file, then there is one method available. The name of the method is called exist method. So exist method, create new file, two methods are there that we have already done. Similar to that, let us come back to other method. You can see that if you wanted to delete a file, then to delete a file, there is a method available. The name of the method is called delete method. The name of the method is called actually delete method. The delete method, as the name already suggests, that is used to delete a file. So this time, for example, let's say if I'm writing here that is file2 dot delete. Let's say if I'm writing file2 dot delete, so definitely this will delete the file b.txt. Yes or no? Yes, it is. Perfect, 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 perfect. One scholar is writing, can we create any file other than txt? Yes, you can create any file other than txt. But there is one problem. What exactly the problem is that Java is able to write everything in the terms of character only. So if I'm talking about setting the formatting, what exactly the MIME type, adult details are required for the PDF file, you have to maintain them at your own. This is the problem that you will face. So better to keep the discussion limited to txt file only. Back. So overall, how to create the file, how to delete the file, till that part everything okay? Yes or no? Till that part, how to create the file and how to delete the file, is that okay? Yes, it is. So see, once again I'm doing the right click, running as Java application. So earlier it was already telling true. Now see, delete method is there, delete method is executed. I am here refreshing. Can you see file b.txt is deleted? Yes or no? Yes, it is. That's good. So overall delete operation is also working. Let us talk about some more method about this class. There is one method available. The name of the method is called get path method. And one more method is available. The name of the method is called get absolute path method. So let us try to understand. File is created, file exists. Yes, it is. So I'm talking about the path of the file. So this time I'm writing here system.out.println. And to the system.out.println, we are writing that path equal to plus then again file2 dot get path and writing about one more method. The name of the method that we are calling is get absolute path. Alt Shift X J. So look at the output. By looking at the output, I think now it is very easy for you to observe the difference. Yes or no? What is the difference between get path and get absolute path? Is that clear? Get absolute path is always providing you the path with reference to the root folder, but get path is just containing the file name, or practically we can say that if I'm talking about the path, so whatever you have passed here, it will be provided to you as it is. It will be provided to you as it is. Meanwhile, one scholar is there, sir, if there was not any file, then what will delete return? False. Delete method is going to return false. See, the return type is Boolean. If deletion is successful, then definitely true. If deletion is not successful, then it is going to return false. This is the main thing that I was talking to you. Now, next part. Get path, get absolute path method. These are the two things that we have done. If I'm talking about the file class, then the file class is capable to capture a file. Yes. Is the file class capable to capture a directory? Answer is again yes. Means file class is capable to capture a file also. File class is capable to capture a directory also. Why this is happening? Because internally your directory is nothing but it is a list of files. Getting my point? According to the operating system, a directory is nothing but a file that is containing list of other files in itself. Because if you look at the internal management, then in the internal management, you will find this thing. Let us come back to some other method. Like you can see that one method is available that is called isFile. One method is available. The name of the method is called length method. So see, once if I'm opening the file a.txt and if I'm pressing Control A, so you can see that if I'm talking about the file a.txt, in the file a.txt, the message is, this is a simple message from Masai school. If I'm taking this content here and if I'm performing the highlighting, then are you able to see here how many characters are there at the bottom line? Please check. Yes, it is 42 characters are there. Yes, so you can get the length of the file also. To get the length of the file, there is a method available. The name of the method is called actually length method. So point exactly I am writing here is, let's say again I am writing here system.out.println. After writing here system.out.println, the content I am writing is that the content in file a.txt is of total, 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 plus then I am writing here file1 dot length plus characters, Alt Shift X J. So the content in file a.txt is of total 42 characters. Is that concept clear? No. So length method is there. Apart from that, if you wanted to check whether the captured entity, it is a file or it is a directory, then definitely method is available. The method is called isFile method, and one more method is available that is called isDirectory method. One method is there. The name of the method is called isFile method. Another is there that is called isDirectory method. So let us write down the same thing again. Again, if I'm saying that system.out.println, we are writing here that a.txt is file question mark plus. Then again, we are writing file1 dot is file. Similar to that, a.txt is a directory or folder, they are the same thing. Then the next method is available. The name of the next method is called isDirectory method. So is a.txt file? Answer is true. A.txt is directory. Answer is false. B.txt exists. Answer is false. B.txt exists. Answer is true. So overall, everyone, total methods that I have discussed to you: exist method, length method, isFile method, isDirectory method, create new file method, get path method, get absolute path method, and delete method. Total 8 method I have discussed to you. If anyone is having any doubt, please write on the chat. One scholar is asking directory means folder. Yes. One scholar is asking directory means folder. Answer is yes. So isn't it simple? Yes or no? Checking whether a file exists or not, is it a file or not, etc., etc. So in the first example, we come across that how to create a file, how to check existence of a file, how to do the things. One scholar is asking, sir, src is applicable is on a.txt. Actually, whatever, see, in Java programming, in the STS, how exactly file searching is started, try to understand. No matter where you have written Java file, it doesn't make any difference. Searching of the file is always going to be start from the root folder of your project. What is the location of your Java file? It doesn't matter. searching of the file is always going to be started from the root folder. Clear, everyone? Yes, it is. Always keep in mind. One scholar is asking, sir, is any difference between file and class? Class must be created in .java file. In a file, you can have anything. It can be txt file, it can be image file, etc., etc. Sir, can we use exist on .class file? You can use .exist. You can use exist function on any type of file. Sir, if you keep text file in folder, then it will show true. No. No, it will not show true, because the searching is always going to be started from the root folder. That's why never keep the text file within the src folder. It will not be able to search the same. .class is also a file, definitely. The .class is also a file. A file can have any extension. Sir, if I wanted to create an src, is it possible? Then you have to give path. Then you have to give path. Shall I show you the next example in which we will talk about how to create the directories? Yes or no? Yes, it is. That's good. So I'm going to talk about some other methods also, and now see what exactly I am doing. Within the same root folder of the SB101 B23, that is your project folder, I am right clicking on new. Then I'm talking about the creating a folder, and name of the folder, let's say I'm writing is my dir. Name of the folder I'm writing is my dir. Within the my dir, let's say that I'm going to create a file. Name of the file that I'm writing is p.txt. Again doing the right click, new, and again I am going to create one more file. The name of the file that exactly I am writing is q.txt. So right now, can I say that I am having actually one folder? The name of the folder is my dir, and within the my dir folder we are having two files. One file that is p.txt and another file is there. The name of the file is q.txt. Is that okay? Yes, it is. That's good. So now see, I'm going to create one more example. I'm within the src, and into the src, I'm going to IO package folder. There I'm going to create a new class, control N. Talking about the class, the name of the class that exactly I'm going to write down as, let's say that file class dir means directory demo. File class dir means directory demo. I'm into the main class. And when I'm available into the main class, so some pointers that I'm going to write down here is, let's say, again, file, let's say name of the object I'm writing is f1 equal to new file. And here the point I'm writing is my dir. Then I'm writing here system.out.println, and I'm writing here that is my dir folder exist is my dir folder exist. Then we are writing here f1.exist alt shift x j. So answer is true. So can you say that it is capable to capture a directory also? Answer is true. So can we say that it is capable to capture a directory also? Yes, it is. Similar to that, similar to that, similar to that. See, I'm writing that is my dir a folder. So I'm writing is directory method. Similar to the is directory method, I'm calling is file method alt shift xj. So is my dir a folder? You can see the second line in the output. Answer is true. Is my dir a file? You can see the output. That answer is false. Sir, can we access out of project? Then you have to give absolute path. One scholar is asking, can we access the file that is out of the project? Yes. In this condition, you have to give the absolute path that is going to be started from the root directory. That is what you need to do. Now, next thing. See, there are some more methods available. So you can see that create new file is already done. Delete is already done. Exist is already done. Get path is already done. Get absolute path is already done. Is dir done. Is file done. Length is also done. Now there is next method available. The name of the method is called the list method. So the list method is used to give name of all the files or subdirectories within a folder. Repeating again, the list method is used to return name of all the files and subdirectories within the given folder. Like, yes, it is very much like the dir command or ls command, whatever you like to understand. So here I'm writing that string file names square bracket equal to, then again we are writing f1 dot list. After writing f1 dot list, then we are writing here string s colon, then here I am writing here the term that is called file names. After writing file name here, then we are writing system.out.println. So let us print the name of the files also. So I'm writing the name of the file, then there is a space available, and let me remove println. Okay, accordingly, once the array is available to you, so can we say that total files and folders, total files and folders in my dir is plus. Can we say here that this is going to be file name dot length? Yes or no? Directly I can get counting. Yes, it is. So Alt Shift X J. Look at the output here. Total number of files and folders in my dir is 2, and you can see that there is correct naming is also available. So isn't it interesting that you can actually scan the entire file system? Yes or no? Yes, you can actually access the entire file system. Yeah. Similar to that, going to some more methods. There is one method available. The name of the method is called mkdir method. Those who have even done some work on the console, they know it very well that mkdir is actually used to create the folder. So can we create the folder? Yes, you can create the folder. There is no problem. So for example, let's say again, if I'm writing that file f2 equal to new file. I'm writing here file f2 equal to new file, and let's say that name of the folder I'm writing is my new dir. So file f2 equal to new file, then we are writing here my new dir. So first of all, again same thing, that is any so is any folder named is any folder named my dir exist question mark plus. Then in this condition, the answer is going to be that is f2 dot exist. So can we say that answer will be false? Yes, it is. Definitely, the answer is going to be false. So again, what we are writing, if f2 dot exist, it is returning false. Then using the f2, can we call the mkdir folder? Yes, we can call the dir folder. Now, definitely, if I'm calling the exist method, then answer is going to be true. Yes or no? Yes, it is. Answer is going to be true. Yes, it is. So for example, let's say that I wanted to make this thread sleep for the 10,000 milliseconds, 10,000 milliseconds, or you can call it actually 10 seconds. After making it false for the 10 seconds, if you wanted to delete the folder, then definitely you can delete the same folder also. So initially, before execution of this program, can you see that right now, if I'm refreshing, pressing F5, there is only my dir available. Within the my dir, two files are available, p.txt and q.txt. One scholar was asking, sir, why total files and folders are 2? So see, what exactly F1 is containing? F1 is containing my dir, yes or no? I have switched out of one scholar. F1 is presenting my dir. Okay. If I'm calling f1.list, so definitely f1.list is going to give me list of names of all files that are available within the my dir. Yes or no? In the list, how many elements can be there? 2. Yes or no? So that's why the length of the array is going to be 2, such that at the index number 0, there will be p.txt. On the index number 1, there will be q.txt. Is that clear? Yes, it is. That's good. Now you can see that there is no folder available my new dir. Because there is no folder available my new dir, so initial answer will be true, will be false. Thereafter, the directory is created. Again, if we are checking, is there any folder my new dir? So folder will be there. Then you can say that I have made this program sleep for the 10 seconds. And after making this program sleep for the 10 seconds, then I am going to delete the same folder again. So can I say that my new dir will be available here only for the 10 seconds? Yes or no? Yes, it is. Right click, run as Java application. So I'm refreshing. Can you see my new dir is available? After 10 seconds, it will be bye-bye. Again, refreshing after 10 seconds. Again, refreshing after 10 seconds. Is it bye-bye? Deleted? Yes or no? See, so these are the few methods that I have discussed to you. If you wanted to go into the detail, then there is directly you can write down that file class in Java and directly refer to the official documentation. In the official documentation, list of all the methods is already available to you. I haven't discussed every method to you. Some methods I have discussed here. One scholar is asking mkdir is used to delete. No, mkdir is actually used to create the folder. Delete is a common method that is used to delete file as well as directory. Mkdir is to create directory, make directory. It is short form of make directory. Okay, so using the file class, how to operate? This is very simple. Directly file class is available. File class is used to access the properties of a file, but using the file class, definitely you cannot perform any read write operation. So what is the use of file class? I hope this point is 100% clear. Yes or no? Just wait for a second. Some doubt on chat. One scholar is asking, sir, when we can create file or folder directly, what is the use of creating in this way? Simple logic, simple logic, simple logic. Let's say, for example, we are working on a banking database. And in the banking database, let's say that out of every 10,000 transaction, one transaction is getting failed. And you wanted to maintain the detail of the failed transaction. Then definitely you want your program to create a file that should contain detail about the error. Yes or no? Yes, it is. In this condition, are you going to create the file manually, or better your program should do this? Option 1 or option 2? So in this condition, definitely it is better to learn file operation using Java, maybe of any programming language, using Python, using etc. etc. So file operation is a very common operation, and this API is also used by a lot of libraries. One scholar is asking, sir, the delete method can also delete any existing folder if we write the program in that way. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can delete any, but overall the thing is that you must have permission to delete. What is the mean of permission to delete? Right now on my laptop, I am having only one account, that is admin account, and that admin account is having all the rights. But for example, let's say that I have created a guest account also, and if some person is logged in via guest account and I have not given permission to the guest account, in this condition you will find exception. Clear case? Yes or no? Overall it is from which account you are logged in on your operating system. Because overall, see, all the file related operations, ultimately they will be performed by operating system, because Java is not having direct access, or you can say that Java is not authorized to do every operation, because ultimately JVM is the process for operating system. That's why. So first slide is done, everyone. Now, next part is all about actually doing the reading writing operation. Okay, stream is a word you are already familiar with. We have discussed stream is flow of something, remember? Yes, it is. Earlier when we were talking about the stream, so we were talking about the stream of object when I was talking about stream API. Yes, it is. Stream is nothing but just continuous flow of something. If it is continuous flow of water, then definitely it is also a stream. If it is a continuous flow of object, then it is also a stream. And if I'm talking about the file operation, then in case of file operation, the meaning of stream can be flow of binary data. Yes or no? Yes, it is. In the terms of file operation, we can define stream as a continuous flow of input, in the terms of file operation, we can define the stream actually refer to flow of binary data between the device and your program. This is what exactly you can assume. So overall, first thing you can see that an input output stream represent an input source or an output destination. Second point, a stream can represent many different kind of sources and destinations, including disk file, devices, other program, and memory arrays. It is basically a continuous flow of data from one place to another. Here, flow of data is between the program and the peripherals. So when I'm talking about the input output stream, so simple logic, it is flow of binary data between your program and device. Definition is clear for all. What is the mean of stream in the terms of input output operation? So you can see that first diagram is there. You are having your program and you are having your peripheral devices. Peripheral devices means input output devices. Those who are not comfortable with the term peripheral devices means input output devices. Simple. For example, let's say that if you are talking about the hard disk, yes, keyboard can also be there, mouse can be there, scanner can be there. All they are input devices, and definitely your program can read data from there. So you can see first time some peripheral devices are available there. Then there is programs also available there. So we are reading data from peripherals to program. We are reading data from peripherals to program. In the second diagram, you can see that program is actually passing the data toward the peripheral. So it is writing data to peripherals from the program. And in the both cases, you are finding that stream is already there. In the both cases, you are finding that stream is already there. Now going to the next section. Now going to the next section. One doubt is there on Q&A section. No doubt in method, but in constructor they take two parameters. Yeah, I have written the reply. The question is not relevant to you. Don't worry. Okay. So if I'm talking about the types of input output stream, then in Java programming, there are two types of streams are available. In the terms of input output stream, if I'm talking about Java programming, then in the Java programming, two types of streams are available. The first type of stream is actually referred as the byte stream, and the second type of stream is referred as the character stream. See, whenever you are going for an interview, and if the programmer or if the interviewer wanted to check your knowledge about file operations, then chances are there this is going to be the first question to you, that what is the difference between byte stream and character stream. This is going to be the first question for you. See here, what is the difference among them is byte stream, read write operation takes place on 8-bit means 1 byte. Character stream, read write operation actually takes place on 16-bit. So can I say that using the character stream, actually we are capable to read a character as well as write a character? Yes or no? And accordingly, it is very easy to say that if we wanted to deal with the text file, then for the text file, using character stream is a better choice. Yes or no? Yes, it is. So you can see that if I'm talking about a byte stream is suitable for processing raw data, very much like binary file, but character stream is useful when we wanted to process text file because characters are stored using Unicode convention. Because characters are used for Unicode convention. What is the meaning of binary file? For example, let's say if I'm talking about .exe file, can you see the content of .exe file? No. So can we call it a binary file? Yes. On the same track, can we say that if you are talking about a zip file, then definitely zip file cannot be treated as a text file, better to use them as a binary file? Yes or no? In the terms of Java programming. So overall, you can say that whenever it comes to a file that is not a text file, better to process it like a binary file. It will give you a better solution. Now next thing, do not use any encoding. Yes, the byte stream does not uses any encoding, but if I'm talking about the character stream, then definitely character stream uses the encoding, and normally the encoding scheme is going to be Unicode. Byte oriented do not tie to any data type. So you can say that any type of information can be read here, but the character stream is tied to a data type. So it is useful for reading for the string and character values. Is that okay? Yes or no? Please go through the differences. Yes, simple one. Okay, again, I'm once again drinking some water. Sorry. Now next part. Now next part. So what is the difference between character stream and IO stream? And byte stream, this is done. Now there are some classes available. So you can see that if I'm talking about the first part of the example, particularly this part, in this part, look at just the left hand side portion. In the left hand side portion, you can see that in the character oriented classes, we are talking about one class. The name of the class is called reader class. The name of the class is called reader class. Now, just for the sake of better understanding, now I'm talking about the class reader class. First of all, if I'm talking about reader class, can you see the keyword abstract? Yes, it is. So can I create the object of reader class? No. So definitely, if somebody wanted to use the reader class, then it is good to have a subclass of reader class. Yes or no? Yes, it is. The good thing is that you don't have to create the subclass. They are already created by java.io package. Okay. Can you see one more thing? That if I'm talking about the directly known subclasses, then among the directly known subclasses, there is one class available. The name of the class is called input stream reader class. Below the input stream reader class, there is one class available. The name of the class is called file reader. So can I say this is an example of multi-level inheritance? Reader class is there, input stream reader class is there. Below the input stream reader class, there is file reader class. There is file reader class. Well, voice signals are okay, everyone. One scholar is not able to listen my voice. Voice signals okay? No, okay. Okay. Coming back. So see, if I'm talking about the methods of the reader class, then you can see that into the reader class, there is one method available. The name of the method is called close method. So definitely the close method is used to close the connection. Similar to that, I'm talking about just useful methods. If you wanted to read some character from the file, then there are following version of read are available. 4 versions are total there. First version, that is no parameter. Second version, that is accepting a character array. Third version, that is again accepting a character array with some more parameter. And fourth is also there. Mainly, our concern is all about just 3 methods. The first method, read without any parameter. Second, read, that is reading a character array. And one more method is there that is called close method. These are what we can use. So overall, see, close method, read method with no parameter, read method with array parameter. This is what actually useful for us. Then input stream class is available. Within the input stream class, you can see almost all the methods are as it is, except for the get encoding method. Except for the get encoding method, all the methods are as it is, so we don't have to worry. Now third class is available. The name of the third class is called file reader class. So can you see that we have already mentioned about the file reader class here? Same diagram you have come across? Yes or no? Same diagram you have come across? Yes or no? Reader class. Below the reader class, input stream reader class. Below the input stream reader class, there is one more class available, file reader class. Okay, so what exactly file reader class is doing? It is a convenience class for reading character file. The constructor of this class assume that the default character encoding and default byte buffer size and appropriate. To specify those values, definitely some constructors are available. So see everybody, can you file the list of constructors here? Such that the first constructor is actually accepting an object of file class. Second constructor is actually accepting the path of the file. Yes or no? Visible to you clearly? So let me come to third constructor first. If I'm coming to the third constructor, then can you see that the third constructor is throwing an exception? The name of the exception is file not found exception. And if I click on file not found exception, so file not found exception is a subclass of IO exception class. IO exception class is a subclass of exception class. So please do let me know file not found exception is option number 1, checked exception. Option number 2, unchecked exception. Definitely. I received some 5-6 answers. Just 5-6 answers I have received. Overall, the thing is that this is a checked exception. This is a checked exception. And why exactly this is a checked exception? Because it is a subclass of exception class. Because it is a subclass of exception class. Okay. Second question I am asking you, again look at the hierarchy, and by looking at the hierarchy, I am asking you, can a reference variable of IO exception point to object of file not found exception? Can a reference variable of IO exception point to object of file not found exception? Answer is yes, because superclass reference variable can point to child class object. And because superclass reference variable can point to child class object, so everything is okay. So now listen, what exactly the mean is. Overall, the point is that everyone, if you are creating an object of file reader class, you are passing the file name here. So automatically that file will be opened for the reading. Means to open a file for reading, there is no separate syntax. Just actually you need to pass the name of the file within the constructor of the file reader. New object of file reader will be created, means your file is open for reading. Now if you wanted to read the characters of the file, then to read the characters of the file, again you need to use the method that is provided by the reader class, that is read method or read method with character array. Is that point clear? Yes, it is. So I'm going to take one example. With the help of example, you will understand the concept more properly. So 2 classes I have written for you. I'm going to create one more class. The name of the class I am writing is, let's say it is file reader demo.java. Name of the class I am writing here, file reader demo.java. File reader class is used to read everything in the form of characters. So first of all, I am writing that open file for reading mode. I'm writing here that is open file for reading mode. So see here, I'm writing reader equal to new file reader equal to new file reader. And here actually I'm passing the name of the file a.txt. And definitely, first of all, we need to import the things. So reader class is imported, file reader class is also imported, because there is chances of file not found exception. So definitely I can directly write down here IO exception, because if you are actually throwing the exception of the parent type, then exception of subtype is automatically handled. So first syntax, how to open the file for reading. Is that clear? Yes or no? Yes, it is. Everyone, how to open the file for reading? I think this concept is clear. Just one line code. If you wanted to close the file, then definitely there is a close method available. Yes or no? Always keep in mind, see, this is a habit. Whenever you are opening any file or any resource, immediately write down the code to close. Then whatever code you wanted to write down the code in between. Because many of the time it happens while thinking the logic, we forgot to close the file, which is not okay. So always keep it habit. Whenever you are opening a resource, immediately put to enter and then write down the code to close the file. So this is code to close the file a.txt. Right now a.txt. Okay. Now second thing, if I wanted to read the content, then to read the content, there is one method available. The name of the method is called actually read method. So let me come back to the read method. Can you see what exactly read method is doing? Read method, read a single character. Read method actually read a single character. It read the character. It return you the ASCII value of the character. But if end of file encountered, in this condition, it is going to return you -1. So if it is returning -1, then can I say that entire file is read? Yes or no? Yes, it is. Only 3 or 4 replies I am getting. What happened to my batch? I think I have to call name of some participants. Read is a method that is used to read the content one by one from the file. It is used to read the content character by character. It is used to read the content character by character. Now listen very carefully there. Now listen very careful there. Because read method is used to read a single character, so I am writing code to read the content of file. So what exactly the pointer I am writing? I am writing here while true. It looks like an infinite loop. Yes, it is. I am writing integer ch equal to. Thereafter, I am writing here reader dot read. After writing here reader dot read, see simple logic. If the value of ch equal to -1, then better to break because entire file is read. Yes or no? Yes, it is. If this is not the case, then see. If I'm typecasting the value of ch into the character, then definitely from the corresponding number, automatically character will be taken. Yes or no? Yes, it is. So same thing you can write down within system.out.println. Same thing you can mention within system.out.println. And once you have done with everything, then we are writing system.out.println, and here we are writing /n, so that output should be in the new line, file reading completed. We are writing here file reading completed. So once this is a small example, comments are written there properly. Let me run this code, and when I'm running this code, so can you see into the output that the content is, this is a simple message from Masai school, file reading completed. So one by one, everyone, one by one here. How to open the file? Is that clear? Yes, it is. I will come back to the doubts. Some doubts on the chat. I will come back. Don't worry. How this code is working and how exactly the read method is working. Is that also okay? Yes, it is. And why to close the file? This is, I think, also okay. See, doubt number 1 that I receive on the chat. Sir, what if I do not close file in the program? If you are not closing the file into your program, then when your program will close, then JVM will automatically close the file. Now it looks like that's sir, why to close the file, then JVM will automatically do. But now assume a situation. For example, let's say that you are writing an application for a server. When you are writing an application for a server, then chances are there that that application may run even for the years without any break. Yes or no? Okay. In that application, there is main method. From the main method, you are calling some fun method, some go method, some care method, some foo method. In the foo method, you have opened some file. And if you are not closing this file, then can you say that, sir, because program is not going to end, program is going to run forever. So can we say, sir, this is going to be too much problematic for us? Yes or no? That file will be open forever. If other thread wanted to write, then they will not be able to write because file is already locked. Because if one thread is reading, so another thread is not allowed to write in the file. So that's why it is always recommended whenever you are occupying a resource, immediately write down the code to close the resource. Also, this is the one thing that I have done. Second doubt that I am receiving, sir, why you have written integer here? So look at the syntax of the read method. If you are looking at the syntax of the read method, then can you see that this method is actually returning a integer value, and practically instead of returning a character, it is actually returning Unicode number of the character. Yes or no? Yes, it is. And if end of file is there, means file is completely read, then it is going to return you -1. Yes or no? Yes, it is. So what exactly I have done here, I have done a simple thing. While true, it looks like an infinite loop, but the thing is that I am reading the current character. Once the current character is read, its character code is available, then we are writing if ch equal to -1, then we are writing break keyword, and if there is no -1 means it's a valid character. So see, if I am, let's say, that not doing this job, can you see the output? I'm getting the ASCII code, and it is very difficult to understand what exactly the content of the file is. So in this condition, better to do the typecasting. This is the output without typecasting. This is the output without type casting. And now after type casting, if I'm talking about the output, this is the next output that I'm having. So now better everyone, how to read content from a file. I think there should be no problem. Yes, it is. Now, those who wanted to ask anything in this example, please write on chat. Seems everything is okay. So one very simple example. One scholar is asking how I will get number weight for the print writer and print reader class. We will come back to this topic. How to get number, we will talk about this. Now, the file reading is done. File reading is done. So next thing, it will be good to take example of file writing also. Yes or no? Yes, it is. That's good. Meanwhile, one doubt, sir, line number 13 to line number 18. Please recap. Okay, see. Look at the content of file a.txt. In the file a.txt, you can see that there is content available in the file a.txt. There is content available. This is simple message from Masai School. File is open. First time, can you see that first character T will be read, and whatever be the ASCII code of letter capital T, it will be assigned to integer value ch. Yes or no? So 84 is the ASCII code of capital T. It is assigned to variable ch. Ch equal to -1, no. System.out.println ch. So first of all, letter T is printed there. Again, loop is executed. Again, when the loop is executed, so it will automatically take the next character. The next character is small h. So whatever be the ASCII code of small h is, it will be assigned there. Yes or no? It may be somewhat 106. ASCII code of 106. It is assigned here. So can you see that automatically it is reading the character and advancing the pointer itself? Yes or no? Yes, it is. So in this matter, done, you are going to proceed. Once you are reaching to the end of file, then once it is reaching to the end of file, then automatically you are going to have the value -1. Yes or no? Yes, and when -1 is there, so better to break. And when we will get the message that file reading completed. So execution is clear for everyone. How it is taking the things one by one. Yes, it is. That's good. So now I am going to take one more example. In this example, I will talk to you about the file writer. I will talk to you about file writer. See, so similar to that, the reader class, sir, it also work if there are 2 lines in file. Definitely. One scholar is writing, sir, it will also work if there are 2 lines in file. If there are even 100 lines of the file, it will still work because /n is a different thing. End of file is a different thing. /n is a different thing and end of file is a different thing. One scholar is writing, if user entered in between. If user entered in between, then the behavior can be undefined. I cannot guarantee anything in this case. Because if a file is simultaneously read and simultaneously written, then definitely behavior can be undefined. Look at the second case. There is one more class available. The name of the class is called writer class. There is one more class available. The name of the class is actually called the writer class. So let me come to the class. Let's say that the name of the class we are writing is writer.html. Into the class writer.html. Again, can you see that writer class is an abstract class? So again, you cannot create the object of that class. Yes or no? Yes, this is an abstract class for writing to character stream. And you can see one thing, there are constructors available. In the constructor, default constructor is there, lock is there, but overall, if I'm talking about the methods, then can you see that again, there is one method available. The name of the method is called close method. Yes or no? Similar to that, can you see that if you wanted to write down a single character, then there is write method available that is taking character parameter. Yes, it is. If you wanted to write down the complete array, then definitely you can write down the complete array also. Overall, if you wanted to write down the complete string, you can write down the complete string also. Method is available to flush the stream also. If I'm talking about its subclass, then the subclass is going to be output stream writer. Subclass is going to be output stream writer. Again, the output stream writer class is there. Some methods are available, but main thing is, again, we will talk about the subclass. The name of the subclass is called file writer class. The name of the class is called file writer class. Public class file writer extends output stream writer, and you can see that multiple constructors are available. First constructor, that is actually taking the file object, and see what exactly the case is. Like we have seen, when you are creating the object of file reader class, then the file is automatically getting opened for reading purpose. Remember this? When you are creating the object of file reader class, then the file is automatically opened for reading. Remember or not? We have taken recent example. Yes, it is. That's good. Now see, similar to that, if you are actually creating the object of file writer class. So when you are creating the object of the file writer class, so definitely file will be automatically opened for writing. Yes or no? Yes, it is. And now there are two cases. You wanted to write into the file. There are two possible cases. Case number one, file doesn't exist. If the file doesn't exist, then it will automatically create a new file. Exception will not be thrown. Case number one is clear. If no file exists, then file writer will automatically create a new file. No exception will be thrown. This is case number one. Now let me come to case number two. If file already exists, if the file is already exist, then writing will again take place from the starting. So whatever be the previous content in the file is, it will be deleted. Second case is also clear. So overall summarization is very simple. That's it. File, if it is not available, it will be created. If file already exists, then its content will be deleted and writing is going to be started from the first point. Both behavior is clear. Please update on chat. Both behaviors clear. Yes, it is. That's good. Say, so accordingly, sir, if we are going to write in a file for the 10 times, so ultimately we are going to take the content that is we have written at the 10th time. Repeating my word again, say I have written into a file for 10 times. So definitely, ultimately, I will get the content that I have written in the 10th round. Yes or no? Because every time I am opening the file for the reading, previous content is bye-bye. Yes or no? Yes, it is. And if you wanted to overcome the situation, then to overcome the situation, you can use the second constructor. Can you see in the second constructor, there is one more parameter. The name of the parameter is append. There is one more parameter available. The name of the parameter is append. In the second parameter, if you are passing true for append, then your previous content will not be cropped. To the end of the existing content, new content will be written. Getting my point, everybody? How to open a file for appending? Yes or no? How to open a file for appending. So this is only thing that you have to take care. Apart from that, you can pass the string, file name, etc., etc. Also, no problem in that. So shall I take one example of file writing? Yes, it is. That's good. That's good. That's good. So let me take one example. And okay, so again coming to STS, Control N, wanted to create a class. The name of the class that we are writing is going to be file writer demo. Name of the class that we are writing is file writer demo. We are now available in the main method. And once we are available into the main method, so again, I'm writing here name of class writer, then writer equal to new file writer. And let's say that name of the file I'm writing is b.txt. And definitely this file is also throws the same exception. The name of the exception is IO exception. The name of the exception is IO exception. Okay, first thing, file b.txt is not available here. Yes or no? File b.txt is not available here. So definitely it will be created automatically. Getting? Yes, it is. Again, by the same habit, closing this. Okay. Then I'm writing here a string. Let's say I'm writing some content. Into the content, let me write down some cases. For example, content I have written some dear students, you will get placed soon. And now coming back discussion, actually one question was there on the poll. I got distracted. I will take it later. Okay, content is there. Now, if the content is available there, so can I take the array of content here directly? Get byte method, remember? Get byte method, remembered? Yes, it is. Now, if I wanted to, because it's a byte array, so we are writing here byte b colon brr curly braces open, and thereafter we are writing here writer dot I'm using the write method. Into the write method I'm passing here b. I'm passing here b. Okay, so initially see the content will be going to return as it is. Yes or no? Yes, it is. That's good. That's good. That's good. And here actually I'm doing one more thing. You can see that using the writer, again I am calling the write method, and in the write method I am passing the value 100. Once if I'm passing the value 100, so 100 is the ASCII code for small d. 100 is the ASCII code for small d. So don't you think that first of all letter D will be written there? Once the letter D is written there, thereafter remaining content will be written. So we are going to get the correct output. Clear everybody? That's why I have splitted the example in multiple rounds. So overall, the thing is that even if you are writing a primitive value, then its corresponding character will be found and its corresponding character will be written. Clear? Getting my point? Yes, it is. See, there is no system.out.println in this example. There is no system.out.println in this example. So definitely file b.txt will be created, and in the file b.txt, the content dear student you will get placed will be there. Clear everyone? What is my expected output is? Yes, it is. So doing the right click, run as Java application. On the console, there is no output. Selecting the project, refreshing the project, you can see file b.txt is there. Opening the content of file b.txt. So can you see that I am having correct output? Yes or no? Yes, it is. That's great. That's great. That's great. One scholar is asking why one is here. Where is one? Shubham Bhatti, I'm not getting your point. One scholar is asking why it is not overwriting. One is the line number. Okay, okay, okay. One is the line number. Okay. Well, now one scholar is asking, sir, why it is not overwriting. See, when exactly overwriting takes place, just try to understand this thing. Again, I am available into this file. Let's say this time, if I am writing again, one by one, I will take your doubt. First doubt, I'm taking from chat. Some scholars are asking, sir, you have written dear students, you will get placed soon. But the output is dear student, you will get placed soon. So where this letter D come from? Can you see this statement? Writer dot write 100. ASCII value of 100 is actually small d. So first of all, small d is written. After writing the small d, then the content is written there. Clear to all how letter D is coming? Yes, it is. Now let me come to the second case. Some scholars are asking that, sir, why exactly there is no overwriting? Means you are using the right method for multiple time. Still we are getting the complete output, but accordingly things should be overwritten. So first point, let's say, see here, writer equal to new file writer b.txt. I have opened the file b.txt for writing only for one time. Yes or no? Yes, it is. For the first time when I'm opening this file for writing, so definitely if file doesn't exist, it will be created. If the file exists, then its content will be bye-bye. Yes or no? Yes or no? In our case, file is getting created. So when the file is getting created at this time, overwriting can takes place, means previous content can be deleted. But file is created new. Now see, I am writing the first character. After writing the first character, I am writing the things character by character. So can we say that, sir, actually the file is opened only for the one time, so definitely there is no chances of overwriting. But on the other hand, let's say if I'm opening the same file again, and after opening the same file again, if I'm going to close this file just immediately after opening the file again, and again if I'm going to close this file, so what happened? File is opened, content is written, file is closed. Now when the file is again open, then it will be overwritten, yes or no? Means it will be empty file. Clear, everybody? So overwriting does not take place due to write method. Actually overwriting takes place when you open the file for writing. Concept is clear, yes or no? So let me run this example once for you. Running Java application, no output on the console, and you can say that b.txt is completely empty. So what is the mean of overwriting? I think this is clear to you. Yes, it is. Okay. If you wanted to open the file for the append mode, then definitely to open the file in append mode, you need to pass the parameter true, because this time we are using the second constructor, and in the second constructor if we are passing true. So sir, it is very simple that we wanted to open the file into the append mode, and let's say that again I am using the writer dot write method. Into the write method, let's say I am writing here /n. So I'm writing a string value, and then again I am writing here that best wishes from all instructors. Let's say this is the message I am writing. So again, I'm right click, run as Java application, no output on the console, file b.txt is there. And if I'm opening the file b.txt, so can you see that how append mode is working? Yes or no? Yes, it is. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Meanwhile, one scholar is writing, sir, if by mistake we forgot the append, can we retrieve our data back? Answer is no. Answer is no. Once the data is bye-bye, means it is bye-bye. There is no other option to recover your data. So how to open the file in the append mode, how to write down the data, all the things, they are hopefully clear to everyone. So file writing, this is all we done. One scholar is asking, sir, in the line number 14, why exactly we have converted to the byte array? See, you can write down directly, there is no problem. You can write down directly, there is no problem, but you can say that multiple versions of the write method is available. Whatever version you wanted to use, you can use. I have demonstrated you two versions. One version that is actually writing character by character. Second version that is writing the entire screen in one shot. So this is just for visualization, what exactly you wanted to use. You can directly write down the string because you are in learning phase, not in the production phase. So I cannot skip some of the steps. Arshad is asking, sir, one example of use case to visualize the thing. Again, same thing. For example, let's say you wanted to record the reason of failed transaction. If you wanted to record the reason of failed transaction, so will you go for file reading or file writing? If you wanted to record the reason of failed transaction, then you are going to perform definitely file writing. No, no issue in that. Okay, let's say that in the 10 days, let's say 1000 files are generated. Let's say 1000 files are generated. Once 1000 files are generated and you wanted to get a consolidated report, then to get the consolidated report, definitely you need to go for the file reading operation. Yes or no? Yes, it is, because everything you are not going to do manually, opening every file, reading that. Nobody is doing that. There are fixed formats, there are softwares written. They are actually used to do everything for you. Okay. Sir, what is abstract void? Oh, see here. Some of the scholar is asking, what is the meaning of abstract void? Abstract means abstract method. Void means return type. The method is not going to return anything. The method is not going to return you anything. So this is one example available, how exactly file reading writing is done. So see, overall summarization, what exactly we have done. File writing we have done. How to open the file in write mode, how to open the file for appending, this is also done. Write method is done. How to close the file, this is also done. In the previous example, how to read the file, this is also done. Apart from that, how to get the list of names, how to get the list of elements of a folder, we have already done. How to create a directory, this is also done. Apart from that, if I'm talking about the other things, like how to grade the file and get the file properties, this is also done. So I'm not saying that we have completed this thing, but half of the portion we have already done. Rest of the things we will do into the next class. Meanwhile, some feedback. Sir, we use file writing only for adding new value and only one value we can add. Sir, we can use file writing only for adding new value. You can use file appending for adding new value, and any number of values can be added. Any number of values can be added. Okay, so now it's time for your feedback form. Again, Mr. Anand, share me the link because Anand is not feeling well today. So just a second, I'm going to share the feedback link to you. What form this is? Let me open. This is your, yes, same form. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Let me share the feedback form to you. So everyone, zoom. Feedback link is shared to you. Please open the feedback link and give your feedback. Today I have made you free 2 minutes ago. It's a miracle. Utilize your time, fill the feedback form and write done on the chat. Then you are free to leave the meeting. Hurry up everyone. Please fill the feedback form. All these examples will be shared to you. So links in PDF, links are in PDF, notes are not accessible. I will report to Anand regarding this issue. Today Anand is on leave. He is not feeling well. So I will forward your issue to him. Just a minute. Issue forwarded. Hurry up everyone, write on chat. Today it is Friday. I am having next meeting everyone. So you are requested to fill the feedback form. Immediately I have to go to next meeting. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow you are having class. Saturday it is, but you are having class. So see you tomorrow, same time, same channel. Till then, bye bye. Have a good time ahead. I am ending the webinar for all.